Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm so thankful that you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So I want to give you a quick summary of what this video is going to include. Okay, first, this video is about the two missing boys, the two missing toddlers, Orrin and Orson West, from California City in California. It's also known as Cal City. I'm going to give you some background on this case to catch you up to date, just in case you haven't heard about these babies or you don't know the full story. I'm going to try to give you as much information as I possibly can in a short amount of time. This video is going to be long because it's going to include a lot of different things. First, I will give you the background, like I said. Second, I will include interviews. The news crew did an interview with the adoptive parents, which I do want to kind of go over that just a little bit because of the body language from the adoptive mom and dad. I do have a little snippet of the interview with the biological mother also. Then I will be doing a short spirit box session. I want to see if we can get any information about these two missing toddlers from the other side. Now, I would love to be able to help physically. I'm not there physically. I'm across the United States, so I'm not able to help physically. So I'm trying to think of different ways that I can help. If this spirit box session will help, then that'll be amazing. As the spirit box plays, I may not know, since I'm not a local, I may not know any, like all of the things that they say. If there's something that you catch that I miss, please tell me in the comments. With me not being a local, they may say a name of a location or they may describe a place that I'm not aware of, but you might be. So please leave that in the comment section below. I do this with total respect. I mean, no disrespect, absolutely, positively no disrespect to these boys or to anybody who loves these boys or knows these boys or cares about these boys. I am honestly doing this out of total respect, trying to find these babies. That's my only end goal. So if you have a comment about, something that is rude or disrespectful to me, please save it because it won't be published. If you are wanting to leave a comment with a link to another video that you think might be helpful, if you want to leave a link to anything, please feel free to do that if it'll be helpful in this case. I will approve anything that will be helpful to this case. That's the goal. I want to try to find as much information as we possibly can to find these boys. That's everybody's end goal here. So I don't do drama. I don't like drama at all, period. There will be no drama allowed. This is a safe place for people to come and ask questions. No answer or no question is dumb. You don't know the answer, you need to get the answer. Ask the question. Please ask the question. If I don't know the answer, I will definitely try to find the answer for you. If you enjoy true crime meets paranormal content, make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell, hit the thumbs up, because that's what this channel is all about. I do paranormal content. I do paranormal investigations. They will be done live stream and uploaded content. So if that's something that you are interested in, and I like to include true crime. I like to go where, let's search into the true crime cases also. So this is kind of a collide of a true crime channel and a paranormal channel. So if that's something that you're interested in, please make sure that you subscribe and ring-a-ding the bell. And if you hit the thumbs up, that lets me know that you enjoy the content. And then I will provide you more content just like this. All right, let's do this. Okay, so first, we're going to start with the background of the case. The two boys who are missing is Orrin West, who is 4 years old, and Orson West, who is 3 years old. Their adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West, reported them missing on December 21st. They stated that the adoptive father actually quoted saying that this all played out, that's his words, between 4:30 and 5 p.m. And the police reported that the 911 call came in at 6:54 p.m. The biological mother, her name is Ryan Dean, the West family, there are 8 of them total in the family. We have Trezell, the father, and Jacqueline, the mother. Then they had 2 children biologically. Then they adopted 2 more children, and then they adopted these 2 children. All 6 children are boys. There are no girls in the family, in the children. And the 2 boys that are missing are the youngest 2 boys. Now, we don't have an age of any of the other 4 children. So they were living in a very nice home on the 10,700 block of Aspen Avenue in California City, in Kern County, in California. They have stated that the police have the other 4 children in their custody. Trezell and Jacqueline do not have possession of the other 4 children. I do want to give credit to, I have watched a lot of the news channels, the TV news channels, but I have also watched a lot of AV WATCHMEN channel and AV News Crew channel. I will definitely link both of those channels in the description box below. I have learned a lot of information from both of those channels. So on the 21st, the adoptive father made the call about the children, and the police went to the location. They ended up getting a search warrant. They ended up searching the house. According to the adoptive father, which I will have the full interview with the adoptive parents at the end of this video, they removed tech items. So their phones, tablets, laptops, anything like that, anything technology. That's what they took from the home. They also towed their white van. They have a large white passenger van, which I also heard, and I don't know if this is fact, but this is what I heard, that the van that they currently own is a newer van. They just purchased it not that long ago, and the vehicle that they had before this van was very similar to the one that they own now. I also found out, according to the adoptive father, that they just moved to Aspen Avenue 3 months ago. So they've only lived at this location for 3 months. Now, in that 3 months, according to the police, from interviewing the neighbors around their home on Aspen, none of the neighbors have ever seen the children. I don't know if that includes all 6 children or just these 2 children. Now, I do know that AV Watchman has a video where he went to Aspen Avenue, and he went to the neighbors that are on the left of the home. They have a security camera, and they shared that footage with AV Watchman. In that footage, he pulled up December 19th. On that footage, you see 2 adults and 4 children entering that white van and leaving. But there were only 4 children. Where are the boys? Where are the other 2 boys? That's the goal of on everybody's mind. That's everybody's goal here, is to figure out, where are these boys? Okay, I also want to say the FBI is involved. The police and the FBI dug holes in the backyard of the Aspen Avenue home. They swept the chimney. Rumor has it that they even broke some of the walls, like broke the drywall on the walls to make sure that the children are not inside the walls in the home. They did refuse to search the desert area. The police chief, John Walker, stated that he didn't feel it necessary. And then there was also something about that they didn't have the funds to do it. But there was a local search done. There were volunteers that came out, and I should be able to share some pictures of that with you here. There were locals that came out, a lot of locals that came out, and they spread out, and they searched to the right of the home is nothing but like desert field and tumbleweed, and it's just wide open. The locals spanned out and walked through that area to find anything that they could. To my knowledge, I don't know that there was anything found in that search. The police chief, John Walker, also gave the phone number 760-373-8606 if anybody has any information about these boys, any information at all. If you live in that area and you've never seen the boys, if you live in that area and you have seen the boys, when is the last time that somebody saw photos of these boys? When is the last time that anybody saw these boys with their own two eyes? We need to find that information out. I have not found that. If you have heard any information about when these boys were actually physically seen by somebody other than Trezell and Jacqueline, please let me know where I can go watch the information. I'm kind of one of those that I need to see it to believe it, and then when I see it, I almost don't believe it. I need to see it with my own two eyes. I'm not big on rumors, so I try to deal with only facts, and that's what I'm going to try to stick to as much as possible with you guys in anything that I share, not just this video, but anything that I share, whether it's this case or not. Okay, I believe that other than the description of the boys, which I'm going to go ahead and give you now, I think I've covered everything else. Okay, so Orrin is the older boy. He is 4 years old. He is approximately 3 feet tall. They have him listed at approximately 30 to 40 pounds. He has black hair, brown eyes. He is African American, and he was wearing a black sweatshirt and gray sweatpants at the time that he went missing. Now, Orson is a 3-year-old little boy. He is approximately 2.5 feet tall, approximately 30 to 40 pounds also, black hair, brown eyes, African American, and also wearing a black sweatshirt and gray sweatpants at the time of his disappearance. These boys were adopted by the West family in April of 2019, at which time the West parents changed the boys' names. The boys were not born Orson and Orrin. I will show they're also known as names, because I do have that also. So I'll show that now. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to say here before we start the spirit box session, the adoptive father, in his interview, he claimed that the two boys were out back on the concrete patio playing with chalk while he was collecting firewood. He walked into the house, and when he came back out to the patio, the boys were gone. Okay, their AV Watchman flew his drone over the house and also walked all the way around pretty much the entire property on Aspen Avenue. And from the footage that I've seen and from the drone footage, there is no chalk, actual chalk or chalk drawings, scribbles, marks, anything on this back patio. If anybody has seen otherwise, if I'm wrong, please let me know that I'm wrong. But from the looks of these pictures here, there is no chalk on that back patio at all. There has also been reports that the pictures that are being used for the missing persons flyer are pictures that are old, that are from the biological family, not from the adoptive family. And they're also stating that the pictures that they have seen from when the boys were with the West family, that the boys looked very skinny and very malnourished. So I believe that covers everything that I know of so far. The West family did live in Bakersfield before they moved to Cal City. The police chief stated on December 29th that there were no main suspects in the case at all. Orrin, the 4-year-old, does have a lower left leg fracture, and that is what started the child protection case when when Orrin was removed from his biological mother, Ryan Dean. She was pregnant with Orson at the time. She then went into labor with Orson, and they removed Orson from her care also. That, I've heard little pieces of what's happened with that case, but I don't know the whole story, so I'm not even going to get into that. Honestly, I don't think it's relevant to this, so I'm not sure how important it is to this. So we're going to try to stick with just what's relevant and what's important. And I mean, they legally adopted them in April of 2019. So, you know, they've been the legal parents, guardians of Orson and Orrin for over a year and a half, almost 2 years. Okay, so that should catch you up. If you have any questions, if I missed anything, if I got anything wrong, if I got, you know, if I didn't tell everything, tell me in the comments below so that I can make sure that I can correct myself. There is a $50,000 reward right now. I do want to say that also. It started out with $20,000 from one company, $5,000 from another company, and now the city said that they would match that with another $25,000. So there is a $50,000 reward that will go to anybody who will help solve this case. So again, I'm going to say the number, put it on the screen. For the number to call with any information that you have, it is 760-373-8606. We want to get these boys found. I am ecstatic that somebody has decided to do this reward. I know money talks. I think that is disgusting that people would do it for the money, but if that's what it's going to take to get somebody to come forward and give their information, do it. You know, I think that some people may be holding back because they're scared that if they come forward that they could put their lives in jeopardy of somebody coming after them or coming after their family, which I see. I can see, you know, where they're coming from. But at the same time, these boys are what is important. You can call anonymously. You don't have to give them your information when you call. If you have a tip and you don't want to be involved in the case, call anonymously. Call in and just give what you know. Help find these boys. Hashtag, where are the boys? Okay, so that should catch you up on everything, hopefully. And so now we'll move on to our next step. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start the spirit box part of this video now. I am doing a spirit box session. I am using the Necrophonic app that I have downloaded on my phone. This app uses the DR60 sound bank. This app has been very reliable for me. I have used this app multiple times. I've also used my SB7 spirit box, but since I'm recording, I have decided to use the Necrophonic app because the static from the SB7 is just very loud and very hard to hear through the digital microphone. So we're going to do it this way. This is very clear to hear. I will ask questions and the spirits will answer back. They will say random words and random sayings in there also. You'll hear different voices. You'll hear whispers. You'll hear females. You'll hear males. I take those words and put them in order. Normally, if a female says a word and then a male says a word and then another male says a word, but it says, you know, look beside the house. We're gonna look beside the house. You know, like whatever they say, that's how it's gonna work. So, I'm gonna try to do about 10 to 15 minutes of the spirit box. I have a list of questions that I'm going to go through and ask. Then when I go review this part of the video, I'm going to review the spirit box session so that I can put the words up on the screen of the words that I hear. I go through and listen to each section of this video multiple times. So if there's a female and a male and a whisper all talking at the same time, I can go through and tune my ears to where I can listen to each one of those voices. You know, I guess it's kind of like a mom thing. You can listen to two people talk at the same time and you know exactly who's saying what. It's very similar to that. But I have trained my ears to listen to all of the voices independently. You know, I listen to one at one time, the one the next time. And then I put the words on the screen so that you guys can hear it too. If you hear something that I miss, please leave a timestamp and what you hear in the comment section. If I heard something and put it on the screen and you hear something differently, please timestamp it and leave it in the comments for me. I think together we can all make this happen. I think we can get through this, get the correct information that the police need to help solve this case. Okay? So I'm going to move my phone closer to my other phone here so that the microphone will pick up exactly what's being said, and we're going to get this started. Okay? So I am asking my spirit box, any of the spirits that are listening right now, I am wanting information in regards to Orson and Orrin West from Cal City, California. If you have any information, I need to know anything that you know. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and start the spirit box now. Does anyone know anything about Orrin or Orson West? Can you tell us where we need to look to find the boys? Can you tell us where Orrin and Orson West are right now? Where are the boys? Did Trezell and Jacqueline West have anything to do with the disappearance of these boys? Did Trezell and Jacqueline hurt these boys? Is the story that Trezell told about the boys disappearing on the 21st, is that true?
Sarah.
Are the boys still on Aspen Avenue? Are they in California City? Are the boys in Bakersfield? Can you tell us a landmark or a location where we need to look to find the boys? Are the police headed in the right direction to find the boys? Is the white van owned by the West family involved in the boys' disappearance? Is the previous white van that the West family owned involved in the boys' disappearance? Did Trezell or Jacqueline West use their white van to make the boys disappear? Did Trezell and Jacqueline drive Orrin and Orson somewhere and dispose of them? If they did drive them somewhere, where did they drive them? Did Orrin and Orson actually move into the home on Aspen Avenue? Did Orrin and Orson actually live in that home on Aspen? Are the boys together right now? Where can we look to find these boys? Are they in or near water? Are they in the desert? Are they on Aspen Avenue someplace? Are they in Cal City? Are they in Bakersfield? Are they in Kern County? Where are the boys? Where can we find the boys? Are the boys still alive? Is Orrin West still living? Is Orson West still living? Okay, I'm going to stop this soon. I'm going to stop this session soon. If there's anything else that you want anybody to know, please say it now. If you have a message for anyone who might watch this video, who might watch this session, please say it now. Please tell us where we can find these boys. Can you give us a landmark, a location, an address, a street name, a city? Okay, well, thank you for communicating with me today. I'm going to stop this session. So, thank you. Goodbye.
We just want to thank everyone in the community for all the support we've seen. We've felt so helpless, and seeing everybody out here really looking and helping out really means a lot.
So, tell us what happened the night that kids went missing.
Okay.
From our yard.
Okay. It was cold. I was gonna make a fire. There's a lot of wood in this area right here next to our house. I opened up the back gate. I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest two would go outside and play with chalk on the back patio. Do not let them go on the dirt in the backyard. We keep them close. So I was playing with chalk, and I came in the house. I saw them there. I went in the house. I came back out. I didn't see him now. I immediately went back in, asked my wife, did you see the boys? She said, no, they should be outside playing with chalk. I said, well, I didn't see them, so I came back outside and I started searching my backyard. I searched the whole thing. I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van. I looked down the street in both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold, and I got in the van and I hit a bunch of corners. I went down this street. I turned my light on. I searched. I called their names. Talked to a gentleman on the street on the other side over there. He didn't see them. So then I came home and I told my wife we need to call the cops. It's getting dark and I need help. We gotta get going. So I called the cops. Cops came. First thing they did was tell us to stay in the house so they can get a hold of us. And they had us just sitting there, and we wanted to keep searching. But everybody came out in droves, and I wanted to thank you guys that night, but we couldn't go outside.
The cops told us the best are out here.
The best are out here searching, and we appreciate it, and nobody ever could tell, we could never talk to anybody, and that was the issue.
We just want to thank everybody.
We really want to thank you guys.
Please, if anybody has seen them, please call, let somebody know.
Call the cops, call California the City Police Department. Call them and let them know what you've seen, if you see anything. Our boys, they are going to be rambunctious, okay? They are going to be here in this area. And I really would like to go in the houses, but it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know if make sure. That's it. Because I don't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. If you got any questions.
Oh no, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, you know, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. For you guys, for people who are thinking that there's some kind of foul play involved. You know, we just spoke to the biological mother. She says she had a conversation with you guys, and that she thinks there's some kind of foul play involved. That she thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it. And I talked to her this morning, and I really wanted to tell her that I am completely sorry because we were entrusted with her children, and they came to us, and they became our children, and we named them, and they are our children, and so we want them back. So please, if y'all could get back on what you guys are doing, we should be able to get a hold of somebody, but they took all of our tech, so they wanted to, I guess, just rule us out, which makes sense. That's part of the investigation. So that's pretty much it.
Have you guys, you talked to the police all last night?
Yes.
So you guys willfully gave them your
Everything.
technology?
Yes.
The car?
Yes.
How did they get a search warrant? Did you guys?
I
no
don't
idea.
see why they got one, but they got one.
Yeah,
We would
they
have let them
didn't
take
need one,
anything.
but-
We would have let them take everything. We let them come in and search with us. We asked them to come do that.
What did they take?
Just tech. And that's it. Like our phones.
From the house, though, did they?
Should have been out here the first day. Not right now. For those cameras.
Oh, well, I guess, should I answer that or?
Answer it to us, yeah.
Okay. So into the okay, and I guess I don't even know.
I see. Yeah, we seriously felt like we needed to be out here. We did. Again, we were told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put. They have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
He had sitting down. We would ask, can we go help? They had to sit
Said
down.
nope.
He said, no, we got the best out there.
So
we
it's
need
not-
you guys here in case we have more questions.
I don't want you guys thinking we
don't.
didn't try. We actually
We
looked
tried.
before we called
We
the
looked-
police.
yes.
And I imagine the mind-boggling part is the search for information. What happened? Where are they?
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And
and just so we are able to present the information correctly, at what time did you guys notice your kids went missing, and at what time were they reported missing to the police?
it's about, I think it was about 4:30, going on 5. It was getting dark, like I said.
5-ish.
5-ish. That's about it. That's when everything played out.
And then when did you guys call the police to report them missing?
After we searched
Yeah.
a little bit around here, it was dark, so we definitely we got worried.
Would you say it was maybe within an hour, a couple hours?
No, it was within minutes of us getting finished with our search.
Okay.
It was within minutes.
Okay. What do you guys want people at home to understand about this situation? For them, you know, even speaking about what you guys are feeling is difficult. What do you want them at home to understand about this whole situation?
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure like everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew, and if anybody has seen them or anything, please call the police department.
Would you be willing to provide pictures, or do you have any?
I have older pictures. All my newest were on my phone.
Okay, that's fine.
A lot of people are speaking of this as, you know, after the math, past tense. I want to talk about your kids in present tense. What kind of boys are these? Tell us about the boys.
Very playful, very rambunctious, and they do love to wrestle. They do love to kind of get rough with each
They're
other.
kids.
They're kids. Of course, they would love to go out, but so during the pandemic, we weren't trying to go, you know, out here. And so we stayed inside.
Did you guys ever go out and search?
Yes,
we did. We searched before we called the cops.
That's what
That's
they've been telling
what we were saying.
What time did they come up missing?
They came missing right before it got dark.
me. Right before.
And then we called. I searched that property. I even drove around this neighborhood right here. I even talked to a gentleman on that side, one of those streets over there. I said, "Did you see some little black kids?"
Did you go that way looking for them?
That's the direction I was gonna come. But when I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that fast.
And why did it take 2 people to go in the house and leave 2 kids out here by themselves? It should have been 1 parent going in and 1 parent right here watching the child, not 2 parents going in the house and leaving
so
2 little kids out here by themselves for 10 minutes.
No, they were in the backyard, and the
So
back
how
gate
did they
was
get
open.
out the backyard?
And the back gate was open, and I was getting wood
So
from
you
this
guys
lot
was
here.
being irresponsible and left the gate open, left some little kids outside with the gate open.
All right. Sorry, you guys were talking about your boys who you're, you know, I understand. For a mother's intuition, I know you were saying, and we'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area. Do you feel the same way? And what is the intuition? What is the sense you get? What do you think happened to your boys? Do you think someone took them? Do you think they're lost? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around. You know, these patches. They definitely, I think definitely would have been picked up or something.
That was my assumption.
Have they ever taken off out of the yard
Nope.
before?
No,
Nope.
They've never taken off?
no.
You guys are new to Cal City, right?
Yep.
How long have you guys been living here?
Just 3 months.
Do you have any more questions?
It's crazy because y'all say y'all came out looking for the kids and y'all got neighbors that say y'all ain't even came out looking for no kids.
The neighbors weren't out here.
We were looking.
We were looking.
I'm just saying, bro, it's crazy, bro. I got kids of my own.
Where do
I
you live?
Them little boys that y'all raising, them is my
I
biological
understand.
family.
I understand,
I
bro.
don't leave kids
Oh, no,
outside,
And
bro.
I understand.
I have
3
9
and 4
kids.
year old.
I have 9 kids.
But they was
There's
outside in
no
the backyard
way
and
I'm
I was
gonna
watching
leave my kids unattended,
3
not
and
even
4 year old
for a
though.
minute.
Like you sit here, you sit
I
here
get-
with, like,
we
not
get
a
that,
bullet
we
in
get
your
it.
heart, bro.
They were in the
We feel
backyard.
You
it.
don't even look like you worried,
But
bro.
you said the
I've-
gate.
I've
but
been-
why would,
I've been
okay,
going
y'all know
through it
y'all
all
finna,
that
y'all
few
know y'all
days.
finna go inside the house, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are foster parents, right?
No.
Okay,
we're
well, y'all
adopted
adopted
parents.
them,
Yeah,
right?
they are
Okay,
children.
shut the gate. Go in the house. Why did it take both of y'all to go in the house and leave them outside by themselves?
I understand
And
that.
y'all know the gate was
Why
open.
haven't y'all been out with the people around this neighborhood looking with the kids?
Because we already told on
said
camera.
that.
We
I
already
didn't
told
see
on
y'all
camera.
on no cameras last night. I
No.
didn't even see y'all out here praying with them people. Them people was out here to take care of my nephew. Not this, not supposed to happen.
I understand.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
I understand.
You act-
If anybody's watching at home who knows anything, or if somebody who has these kids, if they're watching, what is your message to them?
The message has always been, as soon as possible, call the California City Police Department, and please bring our babies home. And that's that.
That's one of the reasons why we actually didn't want to
This
do
is the reason why. Because we were under orders to stay in the house and stay because they're going to need to contact us, and we cannot go outside, and that was the issue. We were under orders by the cops to stay home in the house and let the professionals look.
But you just said that they were your children. If they were your children, regardless of what somebody told you, wouldn't you want to go look for them?
Well, we have cop actually posted in the front door right
How
there.
cold it is at night? Would you
We
not think
totally
We
understand
totally
that.
understand.
We understand.
If you guys actually have that question, you should ask the police officer.
The situation, but do you see how it seems that
Yes.
that the kids was left unattended? You guys went in the house and then the kids disappeared. How did they disappear?
Exactly, and that's the way we try to figure out.
It doesn't make sense. How did they disappear? How did they go out? You guys had the house supervised already. And my question is, why were they the only two children out? Where were the rest of the kids?
The rest of the kids were with grandma.
With who?
They left. They went on vacation.
So they didn't.
No, because they're too young. We watched them, and it turns out that happened.
How did the
All right, guys, sorry, I know
They're older.
just really quickly before we forget, first and last names, spelling of both for both of you guys.
So, said it again.
Just first and last name,
Spelling of who or what?
or just your first and last name.
Our names.
Trezell West
Jacqueline
is
West.
Trezell West.
Okay, and for you,
JACQUELINE.
I'm sorry, one more time.
JACQUELINE.
Okay, West.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we'll let you go.
All right.
Sorry about that.
This is
No.
She probably want to say oh bad, but she probably knows he's gonna look. He knows.
Ryan, to say this is emotional is an understatement. How do you even express what you're feeling in words?
It hurts. Everything, even before this. I'm not a bad mother. It just hurt.
What did the parents tell you?
They said that she said she was wrapping gifts and she let my two kids out in the backyard because she didn't want them to see the gifts. But you didn't let the other kids out. Where were the other kids? Why my two just go back there? At night, she said it was dark. And it's cold right now, so I know it was cold then. So I don't believe it.
So when did she tell you this? Where were you when she told you this?
I just came here 45 minutes when nobody was here. 45 minutes to an hour, and we knocked on the door. And it took them a minute to come, and he came out. And he want to say he's sorry and all that. I just don't feel in my heart that it's something. They're not.
Do you have a relationship with these parents?
I don't know them. I don't know them. And I know I told them my last visit, when the visits prior to that, I said, when these kids used to be with her, they were fatter. My kids are skinny. They used to cry when they picked them up, like at the end of the visit. They weren't dressing them, they weren't cutting their hair when I still had rights, so I asked them, can they cut their hair? Their hair wasn't being cut. I just know, I know my kids, and they was not happy with them. I felt it at visits. I told them.
So you've been visiting the family?
No, my kids that visit, they were with her, but they switched it to them, and they didn't even barely want to talk to me at visits. They didn't really want to let me. I'm like, can I please it? I'm not a bad mother. It was a mishap of what happened. Can y'all just let me still be in their life? They denied Christmas gifts and everything from me and my mother.
They were adopted in 2019, right? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't know anything after the last court date. I didn't know anything.
Ryan, going back to your interaction with the foster parents, anyone looking at you could tell you're clearly devastated. When they were telling you this, what kind of sense did you get? Any emotion on their end?
On her, she's too nonchalant, and on him, he's trying to plead to me and say sorry, but I just feel fake.
And you saw the police cars out here investigating.
Yes, I saw that through the AV news yesterday.
It goes to say that a mother has the best intuition of her kids. What do you think happened?
They did something. I feel like they did something, and they know something. They did something, and I feel my kids is somewhere around here. I feel it, and I feel like they're in the house, and I feel like they did something. I really do.
So did they tell you they called police for the missing children, or did someone else call?
The news said that they reported them missing.
I don't know if I trust
But
the news.
I don't understand how that barely gets going on at 9 something and they were missing at 5. So what were you doing for 4 hours? Were you looking for them, or you what?
There's people throughout the...
They don't know no one out here, so this is BS. I just went and we went and print out flyers and had them hanging them on the stores and talking to people, and I'm here to do my interviews. Anybody want to ask me anything, I'm here, and I just had to be here because my babies are...
Hey, thank you for making it through the entire video. If you're watching this, you've seen the entire video. I wasn't expecting it to be this long at all. I apologize for that. I was trying to make it a shorter video. But I know that in the beginning I said that I was going to do a review of the interview that the adoptive parents did with the news crews. I decided I'm going to make that a separate video. I'm not going to put it in this video. I did go ahead and put the interview in here, but I'm not reviewing the interview in this video. I'm going to make that a separate video. I just don't want it to be any longer. But what did you think about the spirit box session? What did you hear? Did you hear anything different than what I heard? Please tell me in the comments if there was something that I missed, or a landmark or a location or anything that you heard that I missed. That's very important. Or if there's a question that you want me to ask the spirit box, leave that in the comment section. I want to involve you guys as much as possible. So if there's any questions that you want me to ask the spirit box, let me know, and I will definitely do so. I would love to be able to look into this case further. So if there's anything that you want to share with us, please leave it in the comments. If it's a link, it's okay, I'll approve it. I want to be able to watch everything that I can possibly watch about this case. We got to find these boys. So I appreciate you making it to the end of this video. I know it's a lot to take in, but if you enjoy this type of content, please hit the subscribe button and please ring the bell. I will be doing live streams on this channel, and I will also be uploading more videos similar to this. I am starting a new series. It's True Crime and Normal. It's where true crime collides with paranormal. I'm passionate about both, so it's a win-win for me. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Share it out. Let's get this out to wherever we need to get it to. The more people that see it, the better. We need to find these boys. We need to do it for these little boys. We need to find these babies. So thank you so much for joining me in this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.